Welcome to Improve with Joe. Today we are talking about GameStop, short squeezes, the market, random stocks, Robinhood, if you should invest in Robinhood or other day trading applications, and the word of the day, quote of the day, and motivational perspective of the day that you come here for every single day, all 5 of you. No, I'm kidding. All 146 of you, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I am Joe. This is Improve with Joe. Today we are live streaming until the end of the market, which for my, uneducated mind, market in US. Let's do stock market in. I think it's 4:30. Yep, 4 o'clock. All right, so we have all of 10 minutes until the end of the market. Let's go ahead and check my own positions like I'm sure everyone is checking theirs. Is it going? It is going. Alright, so let me do the stream notification. Alright, so currently no one watching, but that's okay. Basically, just looking at the market right now. Yes, and I am not a professional. This is not advice, and you should do your own thing. You are your own boss. I am not your boss, and it is critical thinking is required for investing, and any risk that you assume is your own. Hopefully, I won't get sued now. Let's see. Yeah, seriously, the thing with GameStop today has been very, very fascinating to me and to a lot of people on the internet and the interwebs because, it's always an interesting thing when there are multiple people getting together to do one action. When there are multiple individual perspectives and views and everything, but then when they collide or coalesce and work together, cooperate, there's a lot of power that can be had, and hopefully everyone can hear the audio okay. Anthony, if you can hear, he's doing it. But yeah, once there is actually the critical mass of people where the effect is actually possible, we have an ability to affect the stock market, and that's actually been something that a lot of users on this Reddit / Wall Street Bets have been talking about, because it's not a good thing. It's market manipulation, intentional market manipulation. That's once you get to that point, once you have a lot of people collectively working together to manipulate certain markets, that's illegal. Even though in my perspective it shouldn't be, I'm still learning certain things, and there's perspectives and this and that. Quotes. But, so today, different ordering. Talking a little bit, doing a word of the day. Word of the day today, with 5 minutes left of the market. Abstruse. A-B-S-T-R-U-S-E. Unhelpfully. This is the easiest to determine by the use of the other abstruse words, such as esoteric or recondite. All mean hard to understand. Abstruse comes from the Latin for thrust away, and recondite for hidden away. That's a very subtle distinction. Yeah, abstruse. A-B-S-T-R-U-S-E. So, for the market, it's 5 minutes left. There's been a lot of conversation about this. I've been very interested in watching it and figuring out what's going on, and watching just the stream of comments and people communicating about it online. It really is something that's beautiful in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of potential and a lot of, the ability for this community online to I mean, for especially when they call themselves retard autistic people, like it's all in jest, and it's not very nice to everyone who, yeah, GME next week, push, it's only going to go up. I mean, I think there's definitely some market, just how Wall Street Bets has had some market manipulation. People are coordinating and, collectively want an outcome to happen. Do you think all of the short sellers who, have shorted this stock by millions of different stock prices? I mean, these are all things I don't really understand, but I understand human nature. And I do understand that with the current way it happened today, what's happening right now, for it to start at $43.70 and go all the way up to $73 in the span of just a couple hours, then, I mean, that was such a change. I think it was over 70% change in the positive. And that triggered, I think it's some stop loss rule. Again, still learning. This is only the beginning of the channel and the beginning of my understanding in the market and stocks and all that kind of stuff. And that's part of it. Subscribe, like, share, because this is, it's a journey. We're all going to learn together. We're going to figure out things together. And, I just like talking about things. And Wall Street Bets is something to me, it's just incredibly fascinating because, like I said, it's a community of individuals trying to make an effort, trying to make a change in the market. Just like all the people who have shorted the stocks, they're trying to make an effort in the market not to lose all the money. It's all the boomers. And sorry, boomers, if anyone's watching, you're going to lose money. If you shorted this stock thinking that it was going to be, screwed over and go down in the dust and GameStop was, not recoverable, you're probably going to lose some money. I mean, but yeah, I can't say exact numbers, of course. I'm not a financial analyst or anything like that. And thank you for the subscribe. Gosh. Much appreciated. I'm at 147 now because of you. It's definitely it's been a journey so far to get here, and there will be additional journeys to get to 1,000 and beyond there. But yeah, I mean, with it going to 73 today, and then having that market cap like come in and intentionally pretty much stop it, it was just like, hey guys, pause. Like, it's going up too much. Pause. Which is just, I mean, that's just the legality of the markets, which I don't fully understand yet. I was like, why is that a thing? I mean, obviously someone down the road or, back in time made that a thing for a certain reason. And in my mind, ultimately it has to benefit the people of the market, the people in the market who are using it, who are controlling it, who understand it more than the common, day trader. I mean, I'm not a day trader now. I only have a little Robinhood and a Vanguard account, and I am not a financial investor or anything. I have an industrial engineering degree, so I have some economic and systems, understanding, and understand people and basics like that. But yeah, I mean, it's been very, very interesting looking this because Wall Street Bets has the potential to be shut down. I mean, literally, it's a subreddit of Reddit, and it is a community of individuals, and they're all posting and freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, and I think that's what all of the baby boomers and all the stock people that run it. See, the terms are hard. I'm only a week into this understanding. I've had my head so far up my, in terms of stocks and markets and what's going on for the past couple of years. I've been paying attention to other things and figuring out things about myself. Like, I'm trying to be like Ram Dass, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to be like the day trader, like, savant. Though that would be really cool. I would certainly not mind being a day trader savant. I've been talking to my girlfriend about that for a while. And if I can sit at home and pack my kids' lunch bags, and just day trade and make money that way and pay attention to the market and the understanding of what's going on, how people react. So yeah, I mean, the short squeeze, I really think that's an intentional thing from this community. And I don't think it's going to be the first time that's going to happen, or I don't think it's going to be the last time that it happens. I was talking with a friend. I've lost out on this huge potential of BNGO. They're only like $8.50, $9 now, but a couple of my friends bought in when they were, a quarter, 40 cents, 50 cents a stock. So, I mean, it just blows my mind that every single time that stock went from 50 cents to $1 to $1.50 to $2, all the way up, that was doubling their money. And they bought a couple thousand shares, and it's just like, holy crap. A couple of my friends just made like 20, 30, 40 grand. And I was just so caught up in my own thing. Granted, if you look back at the videos, I was focused on the videos and I was doing good work, and I'm focusing on the fitness and nutrition and habits and health and all that kind of stuff, getting my certification, et cetera, et cetera. But I missed out. I'm just like, oh shit. And it's just like, there was so much potential. And, it even goes back, I was just telling my brother about it. goes back to freaking Bitcoin. You know, like, remember when it was thousandths of a cent for a Bitcoin, and then now it's just like $34,000 for one. It was kind of cool. Thank you to all who were watching at the same time. I had 4 concurrent viewers for the first time ever. That was kind of cool. It'll happen down the road. Will it be 4,000 and then 9,000? We'll see. But yeah, it's let's see. All right, so it's 4 o'clock. Market's just closed, at least here in the United States, and GameStop ended at $65 pretty much. So for me, that's $125 that I made today doing nothing but clicking a button and watching the market and holding on to it. Which to me is just freaking crazy. Ah, man, nice. Hopped in at Bitcoin at 4K in Marchish. That's awesome. You have definitely made some money then. It's and that's the thing, man. Like I recognized Bitcoin for what it was at like 1,000, 1,300, 1,500, but then I was like, oh, I don't have the money for it. And the age-old saying of it takes money to make money, you know, that's it couldn't be truer. So that's awesome, dude. Congrats. Like that's great to hear. It's been really interesting seeing that, just the ups and downs. I mean, it's at this point Bitcoin is traded as just a commodity, or as a, what's the term for it? As a future, as a commodity, as something like that. It's not a currency, which is what it was intended to be. You know, people aren't trading it just because, you know, it's a great currency. They're trading it off of market speculation of what it could be, what it could define. I mean, is it going to go up to 500,000? I mean, that, when I read that, just sounds insane to me that it could go up that much. But if it transfers to an actual currency and there's, you know, markets based upon that currency that require it, and it's, you know, viewed as beneficial by its blockchain technology and all this other stuff, the historical, you know, it's been around for the longest, people understand it, it went through the market volatility, and it stabilized, you know, given all this kind of stuff. And what if it stabilizes 500,000 and then there's like a Bitcoin split? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand the basics of it, and it's, we don't know what's going to happen. So what's the GME price going to be next week? Ooh, Dex, you're asking me to rub my magic ball and just peer into the future and be a fortune teller. And to be honest with you, I can't do that. Not because I won't, but because I can't. I wish I could, but I'm pretty confident, you know, and I'm confident enough to leave my stocks in, like all the other thousands of people that are on Wall Street Bets, committed to holding, buy, sell, hold, and, you know, buy the dip and hold it and ride it out, because I think the short sellers and all the baby boomers who bought all in the stock and have been, you know, holding on to it, hoping for it to go down, are going to get screwed over. You know, maybe there'll be some initial week dip or something just for it to start off. I mean, if we look back at the week, there was a dip from, no, that was just today. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's a little dip at the start of the week, but then, I mean, we held consistent, or we being the whole community, everyone who has it, held consistent from like 35 to 40-ish throughout the entire week. And then just today, I mean, like, holy crap, just to see the, like, the figure, here, I'll put it up if you can see it. Experiencing technical difficulties. There we go. All right, so yeah, just to see that curve for the day is crazy. Yes, I need to get my screen fixed. Thank you, my brother, for letting me know I need to get my screen fixed. I haven't recognized that for the past 2 months at all. I haven't been planning for that at all. Why bought for 30K today? Wow. Yeah, seriously, for him to buy another 30 grand worth of stock, I mean, that's a freaking, like, I'm going to pick up my heavy freaking balls and put them in a bag and carry them with me to the freaking moon. That's the kind of antics that they're trying to do, and it's happening. I mean, deep freaking value. Oh my gosh, what he has started, what you know, like, it's insane. But Dex, if you want to know, I will be streaming it on Monday, and you will see what the price is. But you have to subscribe. Peer pressure? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you know, it's I'm keeping it in. You know, the market is what it is. There's going to be volatility in it because of what's Biden doing, the COVID relief package, and just all that kind of stuff. But it's I mean, I'm betting that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you my experience, my view of it, what I'm seeing, and the fact that there is such a community around this goal of screwing over the baby boomers, of taking money away from, and it's so perfect that so many people are using Robinhood to do this. Robinhood being the fictional character that took money from the rich and gave to the poor. We are collectively as a whole, even though they say we're not there's no like, you know, everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone is an individual. No one's telling, hey, you should do this. We're all collectively. No, it's not the thing. Everyone's individual. So the FCC or whatever can go shove it in terms of their shutdown. But with that power, I mean, it's crazy. Like I posted something about how we should add up the amount of stocks. And because I have 6, I'm measly. I'm small fish, especially compared to Deep Value and all those other people. But I posted about having like an account for it and actually got banned for the day. So there's an intentional effort by the moderators to prevent that kind of communication, that kind of action, because then that coalesces the group and it makes it a coordinated effort, which is good. Big applaud to the Wall Street Bet people, just like how they shut down the Twitter account. Definitely a good thing. They don't need the publicity on that, because they are just a bunch of just retarded autist people. Sorry, people, R word, but that's their wording. That's their verb that they use. They use a bunch of the rocket emojis, and they're just going to the moon, and it's amazing. So yeah, I mean, I'll be right there with you, Dex and Kush. I'll be right freaking there with you on Monday morning, watching the stock market, watching what's going to happen, especially over the weekend in terms of the aftermarket sales. But for me, I mean, I am confident as hell that it's going to go up. I'm not confident to sell the whole rest of my portfolio and go into it in terms of that way, but I don't know. Got some other interesting ones. If anyone's curious, right now I have just 6 of GameStop, real small pellet kind of type stuff. I have 12 of GoPro. I use GoPro all the time. You know, that's a great company in my opinion. They've been stable and growing, and based on their membership kind of pricing model and all that kind of stuff, I think that's going to, you know, just be a solid kind of thing. Another one, thank you Wall Street Bets, is Blackberry. That's been a very interesting one just to see. And initially I was just like, wait, what the heck? Like, why in the world would I buy Blackberry? That's a dead company. Well, do a little bit of research, do a little bit of thought for yourself, and you find out, hey, it's not. There's some activity, there's changes in the market, changes in technology and what can happen. And would you look at it, you know, I bought it at $12.81 and today it's at $4.35 and I'm up, you know, 10%. Or no, not up 10%. Yeah, I'm up 9% on the day for that. So I made $15 by doing nothing. And it's like, now it's $15, but down the road, I mean, what if it's, I don't know. I mean, who knows? Also, thank you to viewer number 5. You are my 5th concurrent viewer at the same time, and I am setting PRs. It's the most number of viewers at one time, and I'm freaking loving it. Now, if all of you could go subscribe and share, that'd be the ultimate. But yeah, it's a process like anything else. So, Blackberry, definitely a good one. And then there's a couple others like that I'm just kind of taking a guess on, just for the hell of it. Adamis Pharmaceuticals is a cheap like dollar stock. Bought a couple hundred in that. And that's gone down, you know, a little percentage today, so that lost a couple. Same thing with Ogen or Ogenix, another kind of like biopharmaceutical kind of type company, which I'm just going to buy and hold. And, you know, if it goes down to nothing, then I lose the $100 or $150 or $200. But if it goes up and if it pops, just like BNGO did, I mean, like looking at that, like I go back and look at BNGO and a couple of my friends bought in, and where was it? This freaking graph, it starts out an IPO, spikes up, drops way down, stabilizes at 50 cents, 30, 40, 50 cents for months, pretty much all of 2020. And then on the fateful day of December 30th or 25th, whenever it was, boom, just popped out of nowhere. Sorry for the loud, you know, boom, but there you go, boom, boom. Kind of crazy. And just every single time that 50 cent doubled, it's just like, it's insane. It's insane. So I guess I'm finally waking up to the Peace TSM, whoever the hell you are. Kidding, that's my brother. Yeah, so those two, and then another one was AMC Entertainment. just kind of seemed like a, go back and look at the 5-year kind of picture of it, and it goes all the way up to being valued at 35 per share, and now it's down to, 350. That's a tenth of it. And granted, they are having a bunch of closures, and people aren't going as much to view a movie in person. So there's some, understandable reasons why, maybe you shouldn't buy that. I don't know. It depends if you think that the market is going to go back up in terms of going out to the movies and doing all that, and what's going to happen with COVID, and oh my gosh, the uncertainty regarding all of that kind of stuff is just insane. But so for today, to get to the quote of the day, I'm going to just Google quotes about opportunity. I'm very curious to see, 13 quotes to motivate you to seize opportunities. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the floods, lead on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. William Shakespeare. The sea is a rough thing. The market is a rough thing. I mean, I could put this money in there and lose it in a day. I mean, probably won't, because I'll be monitoring it and I'll sell it if I see it dipping a lot. I'm not going to go down. Like, I put $1,000 in. I'm not letting it drop below $1,000, and that's just the way that I'm trying to learn the market. That's just my attempt to learn the market. You could start with options. That's high, kind of complexity type stuff. But you could start with that and just, little measly kind of stock trades here or there, and just figure it out. I mean, if you don't have the money to invest in it, work to the point where you do have some money to invest in it. Understand what's going on, because the market, it's not for you and me. It's not for the little small people just working a job, just doing 9 to 5, which is what I was the majority of my life, just working 9 to 5, just being the best cog I could be in the wheel and the machinery of life. And I'm just done doing that. And I think a lot of people, are done doing that too. But yeah, so quote of the day. Let's see. I don't like that one. Too wordy. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. By William Arthur Ward. I kind of like that. Let's see. How about a quote that doesn't start with the word opportunity? It's like looking up a word for a definition of it and getting the definition in the word. I mean, getting the word. Yeah. No. Let's see. Ooh, your big opportunity may be right where you are now. Ooh. The future depends on what you do today. Opportunities and success are not something you go after necessarily, but something you attract by becoming an attractive person. What the heck, Jim Rohn? Alright, I don't like any of those. Let's go. Anyone else have anyone, the 2 people that are watching, do you have any quotes that you like? Any motivational, opportunity, whatever, any kind of quote? Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to wrap it up here in a few minutes, just going through, trying to find a good quote to write on my list. I have this giant list of quotes that I've been adding to, and a bunch of others written down other places. Oh, I like this one. Yeah, the one by Richard Branson. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Could not agree with that more. I'll write that down after the stream. If somebody offers you an opportunity, offers you an amazing opportunity, in my opinion, even just an opportunity, if it's not something that you've done before, just say F you to that fear of failure and just try it, because you'll benefit in so many ways from just the experience of going out there, putting yourself out there, trying to learn something new. And if you fail, that's a life lesson you learn. Without struggle, there is no change. I mean, without no chaos, there is no change. Or I'm getting the words mixed up, but all right, that's the quote for the day. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Yeah, I like it. If you're not first, you're last. Yeah, Rick and Bobby. Definitely a movie I need to watch soon. It's been a while since I've watched that, but yeah. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Just going to do a short stream today, just saying hi. Definitely enjoyed having you here. Enjoyed having 5 people watching at the same time. And every single time something like that happens, little, PR, whether or not it's... my brother's clapping for me. Should I switch it? No, I'm kidding. I won't switch it to him. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens and how this progresses over time. But Dex, if you're still watching, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be here on Monday when the market's open, just to kind of go through what's going on and talk about it and learn and help y'all learn and learn from you. Because that's another one of my quotes from yesterday. But this is from Emerson. In my walks, every person I meet is my superior in some way, and in that I learn from him. So I really like I say these quotes like Nelson Mandela once said, "I never lose, I either win or I learn." I love it, and I like to view that too, because it's all perspective. Like when it comes down to it, whether or not you see the sky as blue or you see it as green, it's up to you and your perspective. You put what you put out there in the world is what you end up finding, and it's just, it's a crazy thing, this world. We don't know everything about it yet. There's this overemphasis on life and death and all this kind of stuff, and now I'm going to get way too metaphysical, but like there's a lot of stuff out there, and these conversations bring these topics up, and that's just what's on my mind. That's what's been happening. So let's see. Caution Luna, I claim wisdom, God gives Solomon a wise. By Caution Luna, I claim wisdom, God gave Solomon a wise and understanding heart. This does not mean that the king understood everything at once. He still had to apply himself to the pursuit of knowledge. I like it. Yeah, my brother likes that too. I like it. I will add that to the list. All of these are going into my book. Eventually, the ones the ones I use every single day, as well as the individual ones that users submit over time. Slowly writing a book about improvement and self-development and I already said self-help, but self-help. Because really, everyone, you can improve in any way that you're trying to, in any way that you're involved, whether or not it be your community, your habits, your health, your fitness, whatever it be, whether or not just going to sleep and brushing your teeth at the end of the night on a regular basis. There's ways to improve and get better at that. And, unless people tell you, unless you learn, you don't know. And then you're just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And you just, So yeah, that's the book that I'm going to be writing. So if you subscribe, you'll get notifications about that, and you'll see the process as that goes along. Yeah, exactly. I appreciate it. It's going to happen. I think it is. I don't like to brag about myself or anything, not because I'm still going through the typical self-doubt that anyone goes through. But I'm on a pretty good idea about what this channel is, what my purpose is going to be, how I'm going to change the world. And people say shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you hit the stars, or shoot for the stars, because even if you miss, you hit the moon. I'm going out to freaking what's that star? I'm going to Rigel 5, y'all. That's the freaking goal for me. And if I miss Rigel 5, then I'll hit the stars. And if I miss those, then I'll hit the moon. And if I miss those, then I'll fly around the earth, and I'll be the freaking star in the sky that'll just shine bright. And everyone will be like, oh, that's what I should do. And it's but I'm not going to say to people, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Just like how I'm not going to say you should definitely buy GameStop. But I will present to you options and understanding and a perspective. And if you make that decision on your own, and you come to the realization that improvement and fitness as a key tenet of your life, I'll bet money that you'll end up being better, that you and your family will end up being better. So yeah, that's that. My pre-workout is wearing off, and it's time to go ahead and end it. So thank you so much for watching. Anyone who's still watching or has watched, please like, subscribe, and share and comment. Really appreciate it. It's going to help get the message out there more. Over time, I'm not sure exactly. Hey, aiming for the Pleiades. I love it. That's seriously, stars, space, science fiction. It just gives me such a hard on. Sorry. It really is an amazing thing. And the fact that we don't emphasize it more and talk about it more and have a passion for it. Hey, 2028. I can see that. I'm going to be Atlanta City Council member in 2022. Running for District 2 of Atlanta, Georgia. Go check out my previous video to see that. Basically going to go through District 2 in Atlanta, Georgia, and get to know the community and figure out how to give back and literally give back to the community, because it's not about me, it's about them. But yeah, stars, science fiction, space, I cannot wait to have that potential to be like Captain Kirk and going out on some interstellar space, ship that's meant for 3, 4, 5, 20 generations, that has, my sperm on the ship from what I donated years ago. I mean, who knows? Because that's a little TMI, but I'm a sperm donor, and it's out there. It's frozen away. I could keep it with me. I could send it out there in space. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's not already a thing, I guarantee you, if someone else wants to take this idea and run with it, feel free. Guarantee you, a potential company could take these small little not asteroids, satellites. No, take these small little satellites, CubeSats. They're small little, that big, whatever, little squares. Guarantee you, you could take a company and literally say, we'll take your sperm or we'll take your eggs, we'll freeze it, we'll put it in a satellite and send it out into freaking space. And that's it. And you pay like 10 grand and your sperm or your eggs go out into space and it just floats and it floats and it floats. And that's it. That's it. Just like how there's certain companies that say, oh, we'll take your ashes and we'll go to the moon, or we'll take your ashes and we'll go to space. Oh man, the Prometheus story is amazing. Thanks for making me go watch all those movies tonight. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, I really, Reynolds Heavy Duty. I like it. What is Reynolds Heavy Duty? See, I'm curious who all you people are. Who are you and how did you find me? Was it my Twitter post? Was it my charming personality? Yeah, yo, seriously, I'm at a loss for words. 5 people. You're amazing. Thank you for watching. I'll be on again. Go ahead and subscribe, like, put on the notifications. That's the major thing. Do the subscription. Subscribe. It's free. You can change your mind later. But if you do, put on the notification bell so you get notified. Because whether or not it be on Twitter, I'm on Twitter at Improve with Joe, on Instagram at Improve with Joe, and on Facebook at Improve with Joe, as well as on YouTube, which you're currently watching. Nice. I like it. I was the first hit when I apparently Dex went to Google GME Squeeze. I was the first hit. I like it. See, this is the kind of stuff where it's just like, I've been trying to figure out how were people going to find me, coming to my channel. It's like, I love doing run videos or workout videos and just, kind of showing you my life, because that's pretty much what this is. This is Improve with Joe. The story is me and me improving over time and helping other people improve and figuring it out and giving money to people and tapping into the consciousness of the world and figuring out what the hell is going on and how we're all connected and what's the way that we're all going to figure this shit out and work together in the future. And, it's going to be a process. But yeah, seriously. All right. Now I'm just rambling. Don't want to waste your time. I'm not about that. I want to be short, concise, to the point, and a benefit to you every single day, every single time that you watch it. And that's all it is. And that's what I hope for you. I want your life and your actions, that what you do in the day, whatever you do today, to this night, over the weekend, like, exactly, the blessings can't flow to you if they don't flow through you. That's literally what I'm trying to do. And yay, I got a PR with 6 concurrent viewers. PRs. Love it. Thank you so much for joining. I am Joe. This is Improve with Joe. Fortunately, I am gonna, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. Anyone tell me, yes, stay on, and I'll stay on. Except for you, Anthony. No, I'm gonna go ahead and close off. Anyone, thank you so much. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I'll be back, maybe not over the weekend. Anthony, my brother, is in town visiting. Definitely excited to have him here. We're gonna figure some stuff out and have some fun in Atlanta. But Monday morning, come stock market open, I will be here streaming at 9:30, and we'll see what happens.
Go Dogs!
What? I went to Georgia Tech. I cannot say go Dogs without being excommunicated from my girlfriend's family and her friends and all that other stuff. So yeah, subscribe, like, share. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining. And remember, the word for the day is abstruse. See y'all later.